Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be learning how to cut this simple easy two-piece. So let's get straight into the video. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using. I use just 2 yards of fabric. That is what I have here. This is Ankara fabric or Adire fabric. So right now I'm going to measure. First of all, I'm going to be cutting the up. Like I'm going to draft the up first, the top, before cutting the short. Okay. So I measure from my shoulder to my bust and from my shoulder to the length of this top. That is what I measured right here. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the lines together. So I measured the length. The length I'm using is 19 inches and I added extra 1 inch for hemming allowance. So that is what I have there. So now I'm going to measure my shoulder divided by 2 plus the length of my sleeve. This is a cut together sleeve, but you can decide to attach the sleeve separately if you want. Okay, so also on my bust line I measure my bust measurement divided by 2 plus extra allowance. The allowance that I use depends on how wide I want it to be or how free I want it to be. That is the allowance I'm going to be using. For the sleeve opening, what I use is 11 inches. That is what I mark out. So I'm going to, from there I'm going to connect the line. Then whatever I have on my bust line, I'm going to input the same thing on my waistline. That is the length of this top, and connect the line straight down. So for the armhole, you're going to curve it so it's going to be easier for you. Okay, now for the neck width that I'm using 2.5 inches for the neck width. While for the back neck depth I use 1 inch, and for the front neck depth I use 1.5 inches. Okay, so that is what, okay, I used 2 inches for the front neck depth and also came down again by 7 inches. Okay, because of the neck design that we have. So I'll go ahead and connect the lines together, the neck lines together. So after that, I'm also going to connect from my shoulder to the shoulder slope that I'm using, which is just 1 inch. That's the shoulder slope that I'm going to be using. Connect them together and I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'm going to be using this front piece to cut at the back. The front and the back is the same thing. The only difference is just the neck design. That is a different thing that we have there. So after using it to cut at the back piece, so I'm going to set the back aside. Then I'm going to cut open the neck design. Okay, the neckline. So once you open it up, this is how the front neckline is looking. This is the design I'm going for, and for the back neckline is just a normal back neckline. So I'll go ahead and cut out facing. So I went ahead to cut out the facing and also attach the facing to it. Okay, I also did the same thing for the back side. I cut out the facing and attach it to it as well. So the next we're going to do is to place it front side facing each other. Then we're going to join it on the shoulder with 1/2 inch joining allowance. Then I'm going to hem the armhole and I will join the both side, and after that I'm going to hem the length of the top. So this is a very simple easy top to make. Okay, so So next I'm going to do now is to cut the shorts. So I'm going to minus 2 inches, that is for the waistband, and for the length I'm using for this shirt I'm using 18 inches. The length I'm using is 17 plus 1 inch allowance for hemming allowance. Okay, so making it 18 to 19 inches. So that is what I have here. So while taking all these measurement, make sure you are minusing your waist band. Okay, so I measure from my waist to my crotch depth. I also measured from my waist to my hip. So I'll go ahead and connect these both lines together. So I have a very detailed video on my channel. Okay, so to make it more easier for you, go to the playlist. You're going to see the videos that I made there already. So I have a very detailed video on how to cut a short pant, how to get your perfect crotch extension, how to get your crotch depth perfectly. Okay, so I have a very detailed video on that on my channel. So on my crotch depth, what I did was my crotch line, what I did was I input my hip measurements divided by 4. I input the same thing on my hip line and also on my waistline. Remember, this is going to be an elastic waistband, so we're going to be using the same measurements for our hip, also on our waist. So for my crotch, for my front crotch extension, I extended by 2 inches, then I went up again by 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect it to my hip line in a curvy way, just the way you see me doing in this video. So this is the length of my shirt, so I'm going to just bring everything down. Okay, connect it straight down, then I'll go ahead and cut. This is a very simple and easy short to make. If you like to know how I got my front crotch extension, you can just check that video out, but I'm also still gonna tell you. Okay, just listen. So how to get your front crotch extension, your back crotch extension, that is your hip measurement divided by 20. That is for your front crotch extension. Whatever you have, that is your front crotch extension. Then for your back crotch extension, your hip measurement divided by 10. Whatever you have is going to be a front crotch extension. Okay, so now I fold another fabric so I can cut out the back of this shirt. So I extend it by 2 inches from that front crotch extension. I extend it by 2 inches again, because my own back crotch extension is 4 inches, so that I have to extend it by 2 inches. Okay, so I came down by ½ inch from that line. Okay, that is I'm going to start covering it. So from the side I came out 1 inch on the front. For this I'm also going to come out to 1 inch from the back, and for the hip the waist side I'm going to go up by 2 inches. Okay, you can go by 1 inch or 1.5 inches or 2 inch, depending on how you want. I think I later went up by 1.5 inches. This is going to help the short or your trouser to sit perfectly on your butt area. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and connect the lines together. You can see the way I'm connecting it on the waist. That's the same thing you should do. All right, so like I said earlier, this is just to help it sit perfectly on your butt area. So I'm going to go ahead and extend this all the way down, and I will cut it out. So this is my front piece. I'm going to cut out my pocket opening, which what I mark out there is 2 inches. So for the length I mark out 6 inches. So I'm going to connect it in a curvy way this way and cut it out. So I'm also going to be cutting out 4 pieces. Okay, for the pockets. 2 is going to have the same pocket opening. Just watch what I'm trying to do, okay, for better understanding, because trying to explain it you might not understand it perfectly. So looking at this, you can see I have four piece of fabric here. So I'm going to be bringing out two piece. Okay, I'm going to bring out two that we're going to call the pocket opening, while the other two is going to be for the pocket facing. Okay. You can see this is the pocket itself. So you're going to place it front side facing each other, then you join it, then you turn it to the back side and iron it. Do the same thing on the other side. So after that, I went ahead to join it on the crotch line. I went ahead to join both the front on the crotch line and also. So I've gone ahead to join it and also on the pocket side. As you can see, I just joined only the pocket itself. I've not joined the facing. So I'm also gonna ahead to join it on the crotch line. So right now just watch closely how I'm going to be joining the facing. So now I'm going to open it up this way and place the facing on top of it, and then I'm going to join it. Just see the way I'm indicating and follow that method. Okay, this is the easiest way. This is how I've been attaching my pocket and always come out so fine and good. Facing just as you can see, and also join the fronts and back together on both side and also on the crotch line. I'm so sorry that I couldn't carry you guys along on that part. I don't know that I lost so many parts of this video. So I'm going to measure the round waist of this shorts so I can be able to cut out my waistband. Guys, please, for a better understanding video, a very well detailed video, just check my playlist, okay, to see the short videos that I made on how to cut short. Is going to help it to be more easier for you. Okay, so this is the elastic I'm going to be using, and this is my waistband. For the waistband, I'm going to cut exactly what I have on my short, but for the elastic, I'm going to measure my waist measurement, my round waist measurement. I can just minus at least 4 inches. That's what I did. All right, so that is what I did. Remember, what we minus for our waistband is 2 inches, right? So what I have here is 2.5 inches. That half inches is going to be for the joining. So this is how I always attach my elastic for my elastic waistband, and they always come out so good. So you can try this method out as well. So after that, this is how it's looking. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch it close to the elastic, not on top of the elastic, but close to it all the way around, and then I'll attach it on my shorts. And after that, everything is going to be ready. So after that, this is the final look. The shirt is ready. I'm gonna head to put the pockets, waistband, and also hem the down parts, and that is it. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. See you in my next video. I thank you guys for all your support. I deeply appreciate. See you guys in my next video. Bye.